Hello guys and welcome to Top Crypto. In today's video we're going to talk about Aave Protocol, where you can build applications, borrow assets and earn interest on lots of different things and way more exciting stuff as well to come. Obviously nothing I say on this video is financial advice, so always go away and do your own research before investing any of your own money in anything I talk about. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So guys, jumping over to the Aave website, which is linked down below in the description as always, you can see that Aave is a pretty well established platform. It's been around for a little bit of time now in the crypto world. You can see there's over $19 billion of liquidity locked in Aave across 7 networks and over 13 different markets. You can see down below the different Aave markets that are available. Ethereum, Avalanche, Phantom, Polygon, they're all kind of here guys. Lots of different stuff going on. So first of all, what we're going to do is have a look at the Aave protocol. And what you can see guys going through, you can see there's loads of different repositories here. And you can see how they've all been performing by just looking at these charts here. You can also see whether they're public or not. At the top we've got pinned ones which are all public, and you can click on them and go into them and find out some more information about them. Just clicking on the interface then, and you can see all of this information which might not mean a huge amount to you, but you can come down and you can see Aave protocol interface, an open source interface for the decentralized liquidity protocol Aave, enabling users to manage and monitor the positions on the Aave protocol and overall status of it. Manage and monitor their positions on the Aave safety module and participate in the Aave governance. Obviously, governance is a very big thing in crypto because it's giving ownership to the users, which never existed originally in the banking systems, and that's obviously what is making crypto so exciting, and lots of people are obviously taking interest in particular. Looking down at the IPFS deployment, each commit gets deployed to the IPFS automatically. There's a GitHub action commenting the appropriate IPFS hash embedded in the Cloudware IPFS gateway after each commit. Now that might all sound a little bit confusing guys, so we're just going to zoom down to the how it works, which is obviously the non-technical part for investors etc. to learn how Aave is really working. And you can see submit Aave for request comment ARC, discuss with community members and receive feedback, and then you can create a snapshot, gauge community sentiment on a new proposal through the snapshot, and then submit an Aave request for improvement. The proposal is submitted through a GitHub pull request and the community votes on its approval. What's cool here is developers etc. can update and upload their own products, and then the community can help them to improve those products, and ultimately it will then potentially be approved by Aave or rejected. If it's rejected, there will be then information on how to improve it in order for it to then get its approval. There's also an Aave Grants DAO, which is a community-led grants program to fund ideas submitted by the Aave's protocol community with a focus on empowering a wider network of community developers. Now what's cool now guys, because of the development of Web3 etc., there's loads of new ways and new platforms in which people who are not necessarily trained in coding etc. can then go and start to do some sort of basic development work themselves on framework that's now available. Now in the metaverse etc., that can mean like development of games, development of lands and various metaverse type architecture. But there's also other ecosystems in which companies can come in and use the protocols that exist in other platforms to create the different services, etc. that they desire to have within their organizations. Previously, that might have cost a lot of money to have to go and get developers in to do this special work. But now the exciting stuff that's happening in Web3 and crypto is empowering people to go in and make their kind of own uses of different products that are available without perhaps too much technical knowledge prior to that. Looking down at the ecosystem guys, you can see that they have various interfaces, Aave, Zapper, DeFi Saver and a few more. Then across to wallets, you can see they operate with most of the big wallets out there, Coinbase wallets, etc. And then into yield, where you can see is yield farming. If you're not into yield farming and other ways of making money in crypto guys, there's so many ways other than just buying a coin and hoping for it to appreciate to be able to make money in crypto. And that's why you should definitely subscribe to Top Crypto, because we often cover projects that you can learn about in order to be able to make the most of your crypto and make the most of your investments. Clicking on Curve, you can come down and see, you can see all the different pools that are available, showing all of the percentage potential gains, the volumes being traded at the moment, and the total value locked. So at the top we've got total value locked $860 million, and if you wanted to come across, you can then click on this and you can see the different cryptos etc. that are accepted, and then the potential rewards here around 3%. But if you look down through the list guys, STG USDC currently stand at around plus 59% 8%, there's lots of opportunities to be able to find some different ways in which you can make really serious returns on your crypto investments. Coming to the markets and stuff, guys, you can then see all the different assets that are available. And what's cool, particularly when we're anticipating a bull run in the crypto cycle like we are right now, you can go and use your existing crypto and then borrow against that crypto. For example, here you can borrow 12.47%, and depending on the platform, you can borrow different percentages, which you could then invest back into the crypto. Now, I'm not necessarily advising that you do that because obviously there's associated risks with borrowing money against your existing money in order to make more money. Obviously, if it comes off, guys, it could be a really great decision, but then there's obviously the chance that it goes against you and then you lose the assets that you hold, guys. So you can see here we've got the Ethereum market. There's also all the other markets that we talked about earlier. So just clicking onto Avalanche, you can then see all the different ones that are available here. Slightly lower APY is available on the Avalanche one, and then you can see all the different ones clicking on Polygon, for example, and then go through and find out all the information that is available, and then also the total supplied and the total borrowed against it. Obviously, if the total borrowed against it is really, really high, that could potentially be a little bit worrying because then it becomes a bit more vulnerable to volatility in the market. Obviously, managing risk within crypto is one of the key things for any business that's starting up in the space, because there's obviously a lot of hacking, etc., with billions of dollars last year being hacked through crypto. So there's a lot of efforts going into trying to protect people's money as well as different companies' money. And Aave Risk DAO is a community-run association to mitigate any protocol risks. The DAO focuses on providing safe new asset listings, protocol upgrades, and marketing monitoring. On this website, guys, obviously linked down below, you can come across, find out more information by clicking on the docs at the top, and that's going to bring you across to a new tab, which is the Aave Document Hub. And it's going to have all of the information available here with a lot more detail than you're finding originally on the website. Aave is a decentralized non-custodial liquidity protocol where users can participate as depositors and as borrowers. Depositors provide liquidity to the market to earn a passive income, while borrowers are able to borrow in an over-collateralized perpetually or under-collateralized one-block liquidity fashion. The portal links to the key resources on Aave to understand the fundamentals of the protocol. Please join the discussion of the Aave community on Discord. So obviously go across, joining Discord is very helpful because you can learn more information from other people who are around within the community, and as well it gives you access to the developers who've created the different platforms. Our teams and members of the community look forward to helping you to build on top of Aave. So lenders, it's kind of similar to a bank in that you're putting money in order for the bank to then use your money to do whatever else it wants to do in terms of investments, etc. But the difference is, in terms of a bank, you only ever earn like a tiny percentage interest because the banks are basically keeping most of the money. But in the decentralized crypto world, you're able to earn much higher yields because there's no one really taking the money off the top, guys. The community are always the ones who benefit the most. And as well, the borrowers, etc. When the crypto markets are down, if you don't really want to take your crypto out, you can borrow against the crypto that you are holding, because then it allows you for the price to increase, etc. For example, if you bought, let's say, Bitcoin at $60,000 or $70,000, and then it drops down to around $30,000, then potentially you don't really want to take out that money, because it's not just taking out like $100 at that point. It's more like taking out the $200 that maybe you put in the first place. Ultimately, the markets could come back up, and if you're anticipating that they will, then you don't really want to be taking it out at the bottom when you perhaps need a bit of cash flow. You can see down below there's stable loans, variable loans, and the interest-bearing tokens, as well as under-collateralized flash loans. All of them will have their different rates, etc. associated with them. And you can go through all of this information all through here and find out more about the different rates, etc. if that is something that you are interested in. So what's cool, guys, is, as I've already mentioned, the focus of decentralization and autonomy. So it's basically saying that it can run itself without people having to be involved in the running of the protocol. Covering governance mechanisms and financial incentives, it aims to share a vision of alignment between various stakeholders within the Aave ecosystem, protocol functionality, and the Aave tokens as a core securing element of the Aave protocol. Now, as I mentioned, guys, Aave is a well-established cryptocurrency company with a huge market cap. You can see by coming across the Twitter, they've already got 451.1 thousand followers, joined in May 2017, and coming down through you can find out lots of things that are happening in terms of new releases here with the version 3 coming out, and as well as that there's often giveaways here. So all you got to do, come across, give them a follow, hit like, hit the retweet, and share with your friends, etc. And sometimes you can win free tokens, you can win different giveaways, etc. And as well as that, guys, loads of different talks and stuff going on. So it gives you links, you can go and tune into these different things and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in the Aave ecosystem. So just to recap, guys, Aave is a platform where you can borrow and lend money to the platform in order to earn rewards as a passive income. As well as that, it's a platform where applications, etc. can be built upon. Everything I've talked about today can be found down in the description below, so make sure you head over to the website now to go and find out more information about Aave. Guys, if you've got any value out of today's video at all, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps us out more than you know. And if you're new to crypto and you want to hear about new projects as well as old existing projects and different ways that you can make money in crypto, then make sure you subscribe to Top Crypto to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye bye.